Donald Trump has branded everything from a New York skyscraper to a luxury yacht with his name. And today, we will check out his incredible and luxurious yacht. Well, Trump paid $29 million for his yacht in 1987. When compared to the original price of $15 million, the agreed price of $30 million is an incredible bargain. A little bit intriguing, right? So, don't miss out on the adventures of the Trump Princess yacht and keep watching until the end to know a little bit of the history of this yacht. Hi there! Welcome to our channel where we feature anything luxurious. So if you haven't, subscribe now and tap the notification bell for more luxurious content like this. Now let's start sailing and talk about the features and amenities of Trump Princess. Trump claims that you must view the interior to truly understand the level of quality. There are more than 100 rooms on the Trump Princess. Chamber leather and bird's eye maple are used to cover the walls of these cabins. Both of these building materials are rare and expensive, especially when you consider that they were used to cover 100 rooms. Trump liked the chamois so much that when he renovated it, he had 320 meters of it replaced. He also turned the hair salon into a cloakroom and turned one of the cabins into a room for children. The onyx used to make the bathrooms is another high-quality material. Going all stone is a brave choice. And this isn't a normal piece of onyx. It was made by hand by the best artists in Italy. When the yacht's previous owner built it, he did so intending to make it completely self-sufficient. So the boat has a poker room, a petitioner, a screening room with an 800 film library, a hospital with an operating theater, and a 3-chair hair salon. I'm not sure how comfortable we'd be getting a procedure on a yacht, but based on the choices, it looks like the master suite is by far the most luxurious room on the boat. The whole hull is taken up by the bedroom. It has a tortoiseshell ceiling, a 3-meter wide bed, and 3 remote controls by the bed for the entertainment center, room service, and curtains. There's even a hidden way out. Then you can go from the bedroom down a hallway, past a dressing room with mirrors, and into Trump's bathroom. The owner's private elevator to his private sun deck is also in this area. Outside, there is a circular swimming pool that is protected by bulletproof glass. It's only 2.4 meters wide, which sounds small, but it has a jet, so you can swim all day against the current and never get to the other side. You might remember this idea from the infomercial of the endless pool that was popular in the early 2010s. Even though the other rooms aren't as nice as the owner's suite, they all have bathrooms on the same floor. The sinks are carved and have good hardware, giving them a unique look. In other words, on the Trump Princess, everyone gets to travel like a princess. We can see what Trump meant when he said he was buying a great piece of art for a ridiculously low price instead of just a boat because of how beautiful the inside is. Even though Trump doesn't like boats, the guy he bought the yacht from does, and he built it to be as seaworthy as possible. From bow to stern, the Trump Princess is 86 meters, or 282 feet long. It has 5 decks, and 22 guests, and 52 crew members can sleep on them. The British designer John Bannenberg made the yacht to be the ultimate sign of wealth and power. Luigi Sturcio, a well-known architect, planned the ship's interior as a whole. Trump's trademark T is on the helipad on the top deck, and there are 2 9-meter tenders to get from the yacht to land and back. There are 618,256 liters of diesel fuel in the fuel tanks. 2 no-hab Polar engines power the yacht. These give the ship a maximum range of 8,500 nautical miles at a cruising speed of 17.5 knots or 20 miles per hour. Trump said that running the yacht would cost $2.5 million a year. That's a lot of money for someone who doesn't like to boat. Before we continue, if you want to support this channel more, you can join our membership program and try our super thanks, wherein your comments will be highlighted. Strangely, like its predecessor, Trump ran into some money problems and sold Trump princes to Saudi Arabian Prince Alwaleed bin Talal for $19 million. When you consider that Prince Alwaleed bin Talal was worth about $20 billion when he bought the yacht, that is a huge discount from what the previous owner paid for it. The prince is known for spending a lot of money on things like vacations, a Mercedes covered in diamonds, and the world's most expensive plane. At this point, a $19 million yacht isn't even worth mentioning. Talal gave the boat a new name, Kingdom 5KR. The name comes from his investment firm, Kingdom Holding Company, his lucky number, 5, and the initials of his two children, K and R. The Trump princess spends most of her time now going to the south of France. It's almost sad to spend a lot of money on a yacht and then just let it sit in a harbor, though sometimes the boat can be seen going to Cannes or Monte Carlo. Even though the yacht is currently in an unremarkable place, or at least as remarkable as a 5-deck yacht can be, it has a very interesting past. It went from an idea for a business yacht for an armed dealer, to a luxury party boat for a future president of the United States, to a trophy yacht for a Saudi Arabian prince. Who will live in this floating palace next? We can only guess. Before Trump bought it, the Trump Princess was a well-known ship. Adnan Khashoggi was a person who sold weapons and had ties to the Saudi Arabian royal family. He used his connections to make a fortune that, at its peak, was worth around $3 billion. When he was 18, he bought his first yacht, and as his wealth grew in the 1970s, he bought a bigger one. Khashoggi owns 2 yachts. They are impressive and a sign of wealth, which is what he was looking for, but he wanted people to see that he was rich at first glance. Trump's yacht was first put into service in 1980. It was called Nabila back then, after Khashoggi's daughter. Building the yacht itself cost $35 million. Khashoggi also hired an Italian designer to decorate the inside of the boat, which is thought to have cost more than the boat itself. The broker who set up the sale of the Nabila to Trump says that no one knows how much it was worth at first. We guess that means he spent more money than sense on the lavish trimming. When Khashoggi owned the Nabila, he had big parties on board with famous people. It was where celebrities and movie stars like to hang out, and it was also a handy business tool. He had politicians and diplomats over. On the Nabila, he once hosted 5 heads of the state at the same time, including 3 kings. The Nabila has a history of being used for partisan business, and it was also a floating base for a bad guy. In James Bond's Never Say Never Again, the Nabila was shown. She was given the name Flying Saucer for the movie, and she became the bad guy's mobile base of operations. Khashoggi's wealth was not as permanent as he had hoped. Around the middle of the 1980s, his empire began to fall apart, so he got a $50 million loan and put Nabila up as collateral. Then, in 1987, he didn't pay back the loan, and the Swiss holding company took the yacht. When Trump found out that Nabila was up for sale, he put in a cash offer. The broker has also gotten 2 other offers, but both of them came with a few conditions. In the end, Trump paid $29 million for the yacht. Trump got the best deal ever, since yachts of this quality sell for hundreds of millions of dollars on the market right now. Trump won the bid because he offered all cash and agreed to change the name of the boat. After renaming it the Trump Princess and fixing it up, Trump left the Azores in June 1998 and got to New York City on July 4, just in time for a big party he threw on it that night. Trump also used the yacht for business, but differently than Khashoggi. During the summer, Trump Princess sails up and down the East Coast from its home port in Atlantic City. She docks at the marina, where she can see Trump's Castle Hotel. He lets the boat be used by some charities and people who spend millions of dollars a year in casinos. So instead of running his business from the yacht, he turned it into a source of income on its own. If there's one thing we can say about yachts, it's that seeing them makes you want one, or at least be invited to someone else's. Unfortunately, most of them cost millions of dollars a year to maintain, and tens of thousands of dollars just to rent. And that's a wrap up for today. Thanks for watching. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe to be updated for more upcoming videos like this. Don't forget to hit the like button and check out any other videos on this channel. See you at the next one.